Welcome to What Contin Means to Me, Part 1, The Old Heart of the Village.
We came here in November 1968.
Which is coming up for 51 years.
And we're by no means the longest residents in the village.
But we've been here a long time. And when we came here first, the village was probably half the size it is now.
It was a small village then, surrounded by estate farms. And there was the main road, a sawmill, police station, post office and a shop, a community hall, a garage in Smiddy and an inn at Achty.
There was a watermill too, a bit before our time.
For mill and corn, I think.
You can still see the old mill lead, but it's slowly vanishing now.
The old houses, well, number 1, Donachty, was the village jail and police station.
Number 2 was the pub, Oakview, with a cobbler's behind it. You can tell the old village pub, the front door is much wider than most houses, to get the barrels in.
Number 3, Rose Lee. That was the old schoolhouse.
Next door to number 4, Fox Cottage, which was the old school.
That's where Jock Rose, who ran the sawmill, lived.
There was another sawmill too, up near Craigdarragh.
A bobbin mill. It was supplied bobbins for the jute industry in Dundee.
Got burnt down.
It was still going strong when we came. Next door, near where the post box is, was where the old hall used to be.
Opposite the War Memorial.
When the war memorial was dedicated...
In 1921.
The whole village came out.
The old hall, it was a corrugated iron building, where Ballarulin is now.
Originally the hall was a library used by First World War veterans, I think. It was a grand little hall. Like the Smiddy too, that was working right up until the start of the 21st century.
It used to be a very busy place. In its time, it was much busier than the garage. Back then, though, there were very few cars.
Back then, children could play on the road. It was rare to see a car.
Cool House had one, with a chauffeur too. The garage had a couple of taxis. Jock Rose had a truck, the farms too.
And the garage burned down a few years after we came here.
The old garage, that is, a wooden structure.
It could have been welding sparks, anything.
Mr. Monroe, he had the garage. Bought it from someone called Smith, which is still the name it goes by today. It's next to the Smiddy. The Smiddy's got a new lease of life now, which is wonderful for the village.
And you can still see the original forge and tools and things, and it's just good to see.
It's a rallying place for coffee and cake and ceilidhs now.
This video has been produced by Contin Community Council with thanks to Foundation Scotland and the EDF Renewables Corrie Moyley Contin Community Fund, and Bala and Highland for permission to use some of their photo archive, the National Library of Scotland for permission to use some of the maps reproduced here, the Astor School of Traditional Music, BBC Digital Services for permission to use some of their sound recordings, all the local people who shared their photos and stories about Contin life and people, actors Innes Anderson and Alexander Donaldson for voicing their words, me, Audrey Daines, Phil Barda for putting everything together, and to Norma Ross, Chair of Contin Community Council, and especially Pam Kursha, who had the original idea for What Contin Means to Me. Thanks for watching.